Welcome to The Campus Edge, a production of Butler Community College.
Produced by students and for everyone, students included.
Exactly, and today's stories range from local businesses to bargain bin movies.
Couple that with interesting facts and good advice, and what do you get?
Why, another award-winning episode of The Campus Edge.
For this episode, we're going to be staying a little closer to home than last time.
Right, and staying close to home means starting with some well-known places around town.
These local hotspots have a lot of information to cover, so let's get started.
Reporter Naomi Potter went to the Next Chapter Bookstore to look at what has changed since the new owners took over.
Hi, I'm Naomi Potter from the Campus Edge, and today I'm at the Next Chapter Bookstore. And this location has been around for a while, but it had a different owner, and it was known as the Book Grinder. And now that it has new owners, it is now the Next Chapter Bookstore.
Well, we first and foremost are a bookstore, so of course we have all kinds of books. We are a used bookstore, so for the most part everything we have is used. I will occasionally get in some new books, or I can order books for people if they're looking for a specific title that we don't have in stock. Then we have gifts and novelties, so we have handmade cards. I make essential oils products, so I have lotions and room sprays and lip balms and bath bombs and all kinds of different essential oil things. And if somebody wants a specially made thing, if they come in and say, hey, I have eczema, do you have something? If I don't, I can make something up for them. We have crocheted items and hand quilted purses, and like I said, almost all of it's locally made by different folks here. We sell coffee beans. All of our coffee is from the Spice Merchant up in Wichita, so people are pretty excited about that. Well, we've been coming to this store for quite a while, and we came in probably February last year, and Sandra told us that she was selling, and we were pretty bummed about that because we thought it meant the bookstore would go away, and it's kind of a nice little treasure here in the area. We went home, and the conversation just kept being, gosh, wouldn't it be cool to own a bookstore? Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, that'll never happen. Finally, it kind of shifted to, well, I don't know. Do you think we could make that happen? And, fast forward a few months, and here we are. And my husband has an appliance repair business, Able and Ready Appliance. The plan long-term was that eventually I'd quit teaching and run the office for the appliance business. And so this allows me to just speed up that timeline that I answer the phone for that business too here and run both of them out of here. So it works out pretty well as well. I think one of the things that maybe sets us apart is one of the things we're trying really hard to do, which is to become a community hub. I want to be a place where people can come and hang out. I want the college kids to come and use the free Wi-Fi and get some kiddie therapy. I want to have events. We have something planned every Saturday in October and a couple of Fridays. And I just want it to be more than just a place where you come to buy a book. I want it to be a place where you can kind of hang out, where you can be comfortable, where you can be. We do offer 10% off for Butler staff and students with an ID. And then we will run other specials throughout the year. We just keep an eye on our Facebook page and you'll find other stuff there.
I first moved to El Dorado and immediately noticed the bookstore. I love bookstores, and I came in when it was the Book Grinder. Erin is what keeps us coming back. She's just totally revamped it, and she's got a good knowledge of books, and she's just keeping this place with a very happy, energetic vibe. And of course the cats are wonderful, and her selection. I mean, I just love her books and her oils and her good coffee. She's serving coffee from the Spice Merchant, so I'm a coffee drinker, have to come for that. I think that's neat that she's supporting local artisans too and letting them market their wares. I like to sew. It's hard to find a place to outlet a wear like that, so I think that's neat she's doing that. And I think the community's buying them, so it's good.
So that's the Next Chapter Bookstore. It is in El Dorado. It's really easy to find. It's very close to Butler's El Dorado campus. And until next time, I'm Naomi Potter, and this is the Campus Edge.
It's great to see a local business doing so well after the original owner moved away.
I agree. The Book Grinder was a huge staple around El Dorado, and it's nice to see the tradition continue in the next chapter.
Speaking of staples around El Dorado, we should talk about the Greek Stone Grill.
Are you referring to the only place in El Dorado to get authentic and homemade Greek food?
Yes, I am referring to the only place in El Dorado to get authentic and homemade Greek food.
Great, because my group and I went over to Greek Stone and got to see what exactly makes them special to El Dorado.
Well then, Mr. Director, let's roll that beautiful package.
Hi, I'm Kyle Phillips from the Campus Edge, and I'm here to check out El Dorado's first and only Greek restaurant, Greek Stone Grill. It's a unique family restaurant with a lot to cover, so let's go check it out.
Greek Stone Grill is a new addition to El Dorado located on West Central. This is the first Greek Stone in existence. It's a dining destination that has a mix between Mediterranean, Italian, Greek, and American cuisine, with an overall Mediterranean focus. Greek Stone Grill offers varieties of soups, salads, and pastas, all homemade in kitchen. This restaurant was opened by Mo Amaliki, working by his side are his 3 sons, who are the cooks at Greek Stone. Amaliki moved to El Dorado from Iraq to be with his brothers, who chose to bring their own version of Greek food here to their very own El Dorado. Greek Stone is open from 11 to 9, Monday through Saturdays. They offer daily specials of soups and other choices from the cook.
And that's all we've got on El Dorado's very own Greek Stone Grill. From BCTV Channel 20, I'm Kyle Phillips.
We have more great stories about Butler and the surrounding area right after these important messages. The tradition continues after this spot break.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad is an adventure full of special moments.
A cruise?
Surprise! Unexpected moments.
I got this.
And even awkward moments.
Okay, Dad, thank you.
But every moment you spend with your kids, even the smallest moments, can make the biggest impact on your child's life. So take a moment to be a dad today.
Hey Ashleigh, what kind of movies do you like to watch?
I tend to watch romantic comedies, but I haven't been able to watch very many movies lately.
Yeah, I don't like spending $15 to go to the movie theater.
I was going to say because I'm focusing on my classes, but that works too.
Well, then I have exactly what you need.
Why am I getting a bad feeling about this?
Not to worry. Super Happy Bargain Bin Fun Time Movies is not only family friendly, but a wonderful time too.
Ohio, suimasen. Ome wa no shinduru.
Hello, and welcome to Super Happy Bargain Bin Fun Time Mania. You may know me as Campus Edge reporter Elijah Pykiet, but what you don't know me as is part-time movie enthusiast Elijah Pykiet. Scenario: you're hanging out with your friends, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. So where do you go? Bargain bin. I picked up 5 movies from the local Walmart's bargain bin. Let's see if these are good or bad, and moreover, let's see if they're worth watching. Number 1, Smurfs 2. Smurfs 2 is kind of exactly what I expected. The movie opens with narrator Smurf telling a story of Smurfette's dark origins. Gargamel, the evil wizard bent on the destruction of Smurfs, found a way to create artificial Smurfs, known as Naughties, the first of which being Smurfette, played by Katy Perry. Smurfette lacks Smurf essence. It's the substance that makes Smurfs blue. Smurfette is taken in by Papa Smurf, who gives her Smurf essence, turning her into a real Smurf. Smurf Village is planning a surprise party for Smurfette, and since the party is a surprise, they all pretend to forget her birthday. When going off, Vexy, a new artificial Smurf girl, kidnaps Smurfette and takes her to Paris, where Gargamel has become a big celebrity for his magic show. The Smurfs go out on a rescue mission. Due to an accident by Clumsy Smurf, the group that goes ends up being Papa Smurf, Clumsy Smurf, Vanity Smurf, and Grouchy Smurf. They intend to meet up with their friend Patrick to help them rescue Smurfette. Patrick and his wife Grace are hosting a birthday party for their son, Blue. Yes, Blue. Shortly after awkwardly bringing up his absent father...
Yeah, you must have had a great role model.
No, not really. My dad took off when I was 5.
Patrick's stepdad, Victor, comes and ruins the party. Now, Victor is a nice, caring, well-meaning guy who Patrick refuses to get close to because Victor got rid of Patrick's real dad's parents or something.
Hey, I never asked for you to come barging into my life, okay? I didn't ask you to marry my mother. Or take away Zeus.
Zeus? The pigeon?
The parrot. My parrot.
Meanwhile, Gargamel is trying to convince Smurfette to give him the secret formula by being nice and celebrating her birthday. Now, despite how dumb this plot is, the movie's not that bad. A good third of the jokes are executed well, and the actors really seem to be giving it their all. The real anchor holding this film back is Katy Perry. She was clearly hired just for her star power because she is not, by any stretch of the imagination, a voice actress.
Oh, hey, Vanity! Want to sit by the fountain and look at your reflection? You remembered my birthday?
Overall, I'd give this film a 67 out of 100. It's relatively inoffensive, but it's just not that good. Number 2, Garfield, the movie. Garfield the movie is a lot like Garfield the comic strip. But somehow in this feature-length film, they found a way to make it even less humorous than the source material. Garfield is not a funny character. Hating Mondays and eating lasagna is not something you can write a movie about. This movie's atrocious. Let's get into it. Imagine the plot of Toy Story, but with none of the charm. You just watch Garfield. Garfield doesn't like Odie, so Garfield treats Odie bad, and Odie gets lost. And if this was a good movie, this is where I'd enthusiastically say, hilarity ensues. But it's not. It's not good. A TV host who runs a show about cats is allergic to cats and wants to get a dog act instead. Fortunately for him, Odie has recently run away, due in part to neglect from Garfield, and so Garfield, feeling bad, decides that he's going to save Odie. Gun to my head, if I had to point out something positive about this movie, I'd say it'd be the casting. Everyone pretty much fits the role of the Jim Davis characters, and the original characters aren't that bad either, I suppose. But everything else, the CG is bad, the writing is bad, and I'm pretty sure every good joke that made me chuckle a little bit was just improvised by Bill Murray. This movie gets a 32 out of 100. Number 3, Cat in the Hat. The 2003 film The Cat in the Hat was surprisingly decent. It felt like people were trying and there was some actual heart put into it. The plot of this movie is essentially that of the book. Joan Walden, mother of Conrad and Sally Walden, is hosting a party for her co-workers and wants her home to remain spotless. But there's no way that's going to happen when the Cat in the Hat walks into town. Mike Myers portrays the Cat in the Hat, and honestly, he's perfect for the role. The real issue for Mike Myers was that Jim Carrey set such a high bar when playing the Grinch. Myers doesn't move quite as naturally in his costume, and he's not quite as goofy. That being said, the movie itself is pretty good. I give it a 78 out of 100. Number 4, Undercover Brother. Starring Eddie Griffin, Dave Chappelle, Denise Richards, Chris Kattan, and Neil Patrick Harris, again. Undercover Brother is a 2002 film released about love, danger, and fighting the man. Literally fighting the man, the name of this film's main villain. The man, along with his cohorts, including the illustrious Mr. Feather, have developed a mind control serum to inject into all buckets of the General's chicken as another step of destroying black culture. I know, the racist humor is way over the top, so if that's not your thing, this is not a movie for you. Anyways, the Brotherhood is an all-black organization, well, mostly all black.
How did the white boy get a job here at the Brotherhood?
What can I tell you, man? Affirmative action.
What? Here we go. Oh boy, open up the window. It's getting all racial up in this piece.
Bent on taking down the man and setting funky Afro-American culture free again. When infiltrating the man's office, undercover brother disguised as the more white-friendly Anton Jackson.
And no, not one of the Jackson 5.
is exposed to black kryptonite, a beautiful and oh so dumb white woman. Undercover brother finds himself torn between his lust for his newly found weakness and his allegiance to the Brotherhood, and he must make a decision. Every joke in this film is funny and executed perfectly, and all the actors clearly know that this is going to be a great film. Overall, I give this a 92 out of 100. I love it. Number 5, B-Movie. B-Movie features the vocal talents of Jerry Seinfeld, Renee Zellweger, Patrick Warburton, and John Goodman. The film depicts a bee named Barry who is fed up with life in the hive. Abandoning his future as a worker bee, he discovers the life outside the hive. Barry learns about the sale of honey in the human world, that humans are profiting off of bees' hard work. Naturally, Barry, the bee, decides to sue the entire human race. This film's great, and I definitely recommend that everybody give it a watch. I give it an 84 out of 100, which is a B. I promise it wasn't intentional. And I wouldn't say sorry if it was. Well, we sure had fun today. And remember, next time you're looking for something to watch, stop by the bargain bin. You might just find something you like. Those were 5 bargain bin movies, which means that my contract is up and I'm leaving.
In our final stories coming up, we explore Butler antics at the State Fair and biking opportunities in Wichita. Remember, we may be close to the end of the show, but we're just getting started here on the Campus Edge.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude. For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Impressive.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
For our last 2 pieces, we'll be leaving El Dorado to cover a couple of great events in the area.
I think we should stick with an entertainment theme after Bargain Bin Fun Time.
Well then, showing off the Butler Headliners and what they did at the State Fair would be a perfect fit-in.
I've always wanted to be a part of the Butler Headliners.
Wait, you're into singing?
My country.
Okay, I think we've had enough, Elijah.
I know. I'm a natural, and I should have been at the fair with the Headliners.
Sure. Reporter Sam Price and his group went to the State Fair to see the Butler Headliners in action.
Hi, I'm Campus Edge reporter Sam Price. Every year, Butler takes part in many aspects of the State Fair, but the Butler Headliners are the main attraction. Let's check it out.
What's it like being a headliner? Oh boy, I don't know where to start. It's really freaking amazing and fun. It's one of the best things that I think I would have ever done in my entire life. I love dancing, I love singing. The group is just like my family, so I enjoy every second and minute of it.
We're all a family, we're all in it together. It's not just one person.
yes, we have solos and stuff, but we all encourage each other's solos. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all a big family. We stick together. We make sure that, you know, we're all in check and that we're in it together.
My favorite performance so far is the one that we just did here at the State Fair. We have many more to come that'll probably top this one, but this is definitely the biggest one that we've done so far.
I can't wait for one number that we haven't quite done yet, but I'm excited to see how that one turns out. But my favorite number that we've done so far would definitely be ABC, just because I like hip-hop stuff, and that's just my thing.
The Butler Headliners are a fantastic group to be a part of. But even once you're done with your time here at Butler, you're never out of the family.
My favorite performance as a headliner probably was my first year. It was my freshman year. We did a show called Elements of Show Choir. Awesome songs. I got to dance with my now boyfriend, and that was really fun. Got to make, again, lifelong friends. So that was a pivotal year for me.
My favorite show was my sophomore year, and it was our fall show, and it was our alum show. So we did songs from all of the alum years, which was really fun to get to perform those songs that other headliners had performed before us.
And my favorite show was when we did a lot of numbers from In the Heights, mostly because I got to rap and it was a lot of fun. But also the choreography was unique and it was different, so everyone learned some new stuff.
It was a lot of blind faith towards Mrs. Valerie Mack, who is probably one of our favorite people to this day. Taught us great skills. You know, the whole vocal program did.
Yeah, it was always super busy, but also super fun. We made lots of memories. We got to travel around to different high schools all the time, so that was really fun. And being able to perform every other day with your best friends.
I mean, like they said, it was crazy being a headliner, but you learned a lot of good lessons, lessons that you take for life, not just music or dance lessons, but life lessons, and they're always teaching you new things every day. And then you just make wonderful friends and family and people you stay friends with for life.
The Butler Headliners perform at the State Fair every year, so you should come check them out. You can find times and other information on the Kansas State Fair website. Also, Butler has many other things at the State Fair that you should also check out while you're here. This is Campus Edge reporter Sam Price signing off.
Wow, all that singing's really got me exhausted.
You don't know the half of it. Have you seen Zev's package to the biking Wichita?
No, I haven't. I try to avoid exerting myself.
Maybe you should try biking. It would help you improve your endurance so that you can sing more.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think that I'm going to regret telling you that.
Probably.
Zeb Campbell here from the Campus Edge. We're going to go talk to some people about biking in Wichita and the Kansas Single Track Society.
Biking in Wichita is a growing activity that's happening currently. We range from road cyclists that are riding on the road to gravel cycling, which is really popular in Kansas, as well as mountain biking, which is less popular in Kansas, but we actually have 3 maintained trails by Kansas Single Track Society in the immediate Wichita area. We're currently at the city-owned land Air Capital Memorial Park single track trails, and they are provided to us by the city and maintained by Kansas Single Track Society, so that we have a place within the city that people can come ride their mountain bikes. It consists of 3 loops of single track riding, which has the north loop, which is really easy. Any family can come do it. The west loop, which is a little longer, a little more fun, kind of tight and flowy single track. And the east loop, which is rocky and technical, but not too hard that nobody can get their feet wet and give it a shot. It's also open to hikers as well. They walk opposite to the trails for safety. And then for hiking and equestrian, there's Pawnee Prairie Park just to the south of the bike trails, so that you can go walk those, or you can see horseback riders enjoying them as well. I bike in Wichita because I like to be able to ride right after work and still be able to get some laps in and have some fun while not having to drive too far out of the city. Between here and Santa Fe Lake, which is owned by Butler County.
The president primarily organizes the activities that a lot of good workers do for the club. Mostly there's the legal work, making sure that we've got our contracts with IMBA up, we've got our insurance, but there's a lot of other members, board members and regular members and council members that help with all of that. And all I do really is try to make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. I am the president, but that doesn't make me the fastest rider. I like to compete and I enjoy racing, but I recognize that I'm not the most competitive one out there.
Looks like that's all the time I have. From BCTV Channel 20, I'm Zeb Campbell.
And that brings us to the end of the second show for fall 2018.
Looks like we're on a roll. 2 great shows in a row.
Right, you are. This year is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see what else we can do.
And if you want to see this episode again, tune in weekdays at 11 a.m. or see previous shows at 6:30 p.m. on BCTV Channel 20.
Or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, Butler Student Media.
This has been
The Campus Edge.